Hello everybody, this is St Charles. It's Sunday the 2nd of March 2025. Going to start with the FTSE AIM All Share Index. We've covered this one off just recently, and as we see, we've still we've fallen outside of my extended box, haven't we? But for me, I think that this looks pretty good still. We've got some RSI divergence, always like that, and some MACD divergence. So hopefully we can retain that, and hopefully we can get some sort of new buyers step in, and we can start the next leg higher. And for me, hopefully we could be targeting this red box up here at 857 to 896. But it'd be just nice to just get out of that blue box, wouldn't it? So to 740, that would sort of kick us off, I think. But wait and see how we go. Next one I'm going to do is TRP, and if I can just get that one up. And this one here again, I thought we were going to start at the start of the week. Was it last week? We sort of had a good candle, sort of attacking the top of the box there at 0.029 pence. But we've sort of fallen back a bit. But again, I'm going to come back to this divergence. We've got some nice divergence on the RSI. Always like to see that. And I think that we're going to see some buying pressure over the next few days and weeks. And hopefully, if we can smash this prior high at sort of 0.06 pence, should take us to this red box at 0.0764 to 0.0896. But see how we go. But TRP, for me, that is in a really good reversal zone. So one to take a look at. And next one I'm going to do is RSG, and I've covered this one off a few times. Just get that up. And this is one where we called the top there. We said that this blue box up here was going to be where we were going to find resistance, and we've had a massive amount of resistance, didn't we? And obviously some news to create this gap here at 33.4 and falling all the way down to where we are today. I've got a red box zone down there. I'm not too sure whether we're actually going to hit it, but for me, I think we're getting ready for some positive news here. And for me, the most obvious first target is going to be that 33.4 pence, fill the gap. So that would be where I think that hopefully that's going to head, should they drop some good news. So that's RSG. ANGS, ANGS is my next one. I think somebody posted this in the board online, took a clip of my video. If you could refrain from doing that, that would be fantastic. If people could watch it, didn't create the video for people to take snippets, but can't stop it. Right, so for me, this one here, we're in a blue box reversal zone right at the bottom end of it. So my blue box reversal zone is 0.652 down to 0.257. And for me, I think that, we could see some bull step in here, and hopefully we can see trading or the next leg up sort of attack the top of the box. So I've got a red box there at 0.65 up to 0.772, and then see where things go from there. It's a bit difficult one really at the moment to give that a bigger target, unless I wanted to give sort of a 3-4 pence target, but I don't want to do that at the moment. But there we go, that's ANGS looking good in a strong reversal zone. Next one I'm going to do is EPP, and this is one that we called really well in last weekend's podcast. I said that we've almost touched that box down there at 5.4 pence down to 3.92, and as expecting the bulls to step in, it had some tremendous news, and it's sort of fallen back a bit, hasn't it? For me, I'm still sort of expecting that. I think that we've had one leg there. This is our corrective leg, and I'm still expecting another wave up, and hopefully if we can break this 12.1 pence area or 12p area, we should be attacking then 16 to 18.8 as a minimum. But for me, if I'm just going to drop down to the 4 hourly, and it's not often I do these sort of things for the podcast, but for me, you see, I've got a channel there, and excuse me, we've just not broken out of that channel. So for me, I think that if we can break that channel there, hold above, we should then hopefully be attacking that upper box. But see how we go. That's EPP. WG is my next one, and excuse me, I've got a bad throat today. But What it is here, this is WG. It's had a bit of a fall down, and we're into a blue box reversal zone here. It's not a greatest of setups, but it's still, there's some divergence there on the MACD, so that's looking pretty good. And one would hope that we could probably fill that gap there at sort of 65 pence. If we get a really good run, could hopefully hit that 121.7 pence, which would be the next gap. So that for me, WG, worth a look. I think there's a lot of noise on LSE about that one at the moment, so worth doing some research. TLY is my next one, and this one here is just touched a blue box reversal zone, hasn't it? So during the week it sort of touched that 3 pence level and it's had a bounce, and for me obviously the immediate target there would be 6.5 pence. Fill that gap and then see where things go from there. I think that a lot of traders love to be in for a fill the gap trade, and that looks like a classic. So there we go. That's what I'm thinking on that one. Hopefully, may pop that down into that blue box for a buy, but worth doing some research. TLY. EUA is my next one. And obviously there's been a lot of news just recently about the geopolitical nonsense that's going on, but for me, I think that I said all along from back here that I thought we'd be hitting this red box zone here at 7.91 pence to 9.59, and that for me is where it should be heading. So fingers crossed. It needs to sort of hold above where it is at the moment, but it's doing pretty well. So yeah, for me, I think that's going to be the target, and then we'll see a bigger corrective move. So EUA, worth a look. AMGO is my next one, and if I just get that up, and this one again is one which is hit my blue box reversal zone down here at 0.298 to 0.1645, and for me, if we can see the ball step in and we can break this 0.9 pence target, should give us sort of probably attacking the penny mark. So that one there, worth doing some research. I've not researched the company at all, but for me the chart did look in a really good place, especially if you got an entry in that blue box reversal zone. Next one I'm going to do is CPX, and this one here, if I can just get that up, it's just computer's slow. And here, this one for me, still, when we had a placing sort of back here, didn't we? I don't know exactly what the price is, but it must be floating around that, probably slightly below. But for me, so that's where the big boys have the city boys have loaded up. And for me, I think that, if we can get the right news out, we could be trading into this red box zone here at 0.5 to 0.608. So potentially lots of bags on offer. However, what we don't want to see a drop below 0.06 pence, because that would, for me, not be great news at all. But so that's obviously a 50% potential decline from where we're on at the moment, but there's potentially 3.5 bags on offer there. So and as you say, it's been funded around this level, so one would hope that should be a pretty good risk reward at the moment. And I noticed that volume is up, so that is a good sign. PXEN is my next one. And if we could just go to that, and this is one which we gave back here as a reversal zone. We thought we'd get the time in there, which wasn't too bad. But for me, it's a bit of a weaker setup, but I think we're going to see a reversal, at least a three-wave bounce from this 6.66 pence to 6.36 pence. So this is where I'm going to see that. We could get it 1, 2, 3 there, and just hit sort of 7.5, 7p. So who knows? Could go anywhere. But if we can smash this prior high at 8.3 pence level, I think that then that's going to bring us right up into this red box zone here at 9.5 to 10.7. So that is PXEN, worth doing some research. And as I say, all it needs to do is sort of smash this prior high at 8.32, and I think that is game on for the red box. There we go. So Zoo is my next one, and just get that one up. And for me, this one here, again, it's in a blue box reversal zone. Heads just popped out of it on Friday. But for me, the obvious trade there is the gap fill at 27 pence. Need to do your research to see why it's declined. But for me, that looks in a pretty decent reversal zone. MACD is my next one and my last one for today. And for me, this one here, still in that blue box reversal zone, is almost at the bottom. But we've had a nice candle on Friday. I'm not too sure what the volume's like. Just have a quick look. I didn't look at that. So 2.8. Yeah, you know, I'd like to see a bit more volume, but hopefully, if if it can get some more volume behind it and start its way up. First obvious target is a big gap at 2.45 pence, and then I've got much bigger targets after that. But one step at a time. Let's go and fill that gap and see where we go from there. That's me for today. Hopefully back tomorrow. Have a great weekend.